The saying, the rich get richer, is completely true. When you first start your business, you have to do everything yourself. As soon as you see that initial success and scale, you immediately begin to outsource. But the truth is, most online, real, successful entrepreneurs are outsourcing the wrong things. Elite CEOs hire to do one thing, and that's buy back their own time. A health automation concierge is the smartest, simplest, and most effective way to do this, leveraging AI in July of 2025. In this video alone, I'm going to show you exactly how to put one in motion without having a massive budget, without having a giant team, so that you can get at least 40 to 100 hours back every single month. First, we need to better understand the problem, the constraints, and then the solution and the clarity will be right at the end for us. A lot of entrepreneurs see some initial success from grinding, but it's extremely difficult to sustain. They start off doing everything themselves. They barely have any time to rest or for family or loved ones. And at first, they get the results that they're looking for in the business, but performance drops and then the burnout cycle commences. So what do? Well, they start using convenience to combat the problems that they're seeing with their health. Uber Eats, meal prep, training. They're putting in a minimum amount of effort, energy, time, and sacrifice into their health because that's all they have to give. But the truth is, behind the scenes and inside the meat suit that is operating all of their decisions and creating the value in day-to-day life lies a different story. And that story is one telling of insane inflammation, both mentally and throughout the body. Sitting alone degrades our entire quality of living because we're not simply made to sit all day. Just like how we're not made to eat seed oils or shitty food. And that's what's being put into the lives and into the bodies of thousands of entrepreneurs all over the world right now because of the aspect of convenience that we talked about. And what this causes is a residual pent-up growth of inflammation. And this can be seen in the gut with bugs or with ankle problems or with back pain from sitting all day. It's a ton of things. Inflammation is just the big scope. And inflammation is just like poking holes in a plastic bag filled with water. And that water that leaks out, that's energy. And the importance of a health concierge is just being smarter and more savvy about the necessary requirements that an entrepreneur has to take on a day-to-day basis, not just to survive, but to thrive and have the highest, most recharged, and most powerful personal battery possible. And that is by breaking down their constraints. The first one being time. What we do is we install a housekeeper, chef, or a nanny into the homes of our clients that handles all the grunt work for the entire household. So cooking the meals that we have designed, cleaning up the entire household, and saving them instantly 40 to 80 hours a month. The second thing that we also do is we understand where those leaks are that we talked about in their bodies with their inflammation. We do a full blood panel, a gut test, and a DEXA scan to get accurate readings of their biology. Using that system, we feed it through our AI, and it's able to generate all the necessary input for their performance, their fuel, and their recovery so that they can get the highest, most powerful batteries possible in their day-to-day lives with their output, while also not having to worry about their longevity, performance, aesthetics, look, and anything pertaining to their bodies at that highest possible level. And it's important to have these people into place because in 2025, a lot of people are realizing you don't need more people to scale your business. You fundamentally just need to put all the focus and energy behind the top AAA, AAA, the best people at the top. Those are the people that need the most amount of focus and the most amount of support in their environment to really flourish and be able to create enormous amounts of output at their epitome. In my own life, I use my own health concierge, and our 7- and 8-figure clients can't live without it. I can't afford to reduce my status level to the point where I have to do my laundry, I have to cook my dishes, and do all of these things because that's what I'm used to. I'm used to having a nice bike, driving a nice car, and having food that's designed for me, served to me while I'm working. Because ultimately, that's the biggest status flex. I don't care about going out and spending a ton of money on fancy dinners that aren't worth it. I'd rather continue to pour investments and assets into myself so that I can perform and create better and better content, better and better business, better and better products, you name it. And the problem with health solutions is they're not formatted as a vehicle holistically. They're just in separate junctions like a trainer or a medical expert or a doctor or a blood test. And these things not being cohesively integrated into one vehicle fall flat on their face because they either demand time that you don't have, they either demand actually putting them to work, which is knowledge, which again, you don't have, and they require a highly sophisticated and trained team that understands the task and objective, again, which you don't have. So no matter what's going on, that whole triangle of those base core pillars needs to be done properly for all the information to be gathered. We can't just do a blood test and not do that to its fullest extent because we'll be missing markers. And we can't just do a DEXA scan and say, okay, we understand the body, because we don't. We have to get the most amount of data possible. We have to put the best people in position for you to win. And we recently did this. We brought our chef to our mastermind where he prepared all the meals for us and all of our 8 guys. And we had an amazing time there. We went on a 25-kilometer hike. We did a spa. We played golf. And fundamentally speaking, everything in the space of our mastermind was designed to elevate the experience of these high net worth individuals coming together. They didn't have to think about cleaning. They didn't have to think about cooking. All they could do is be present and coherent in the moment without having to focus on tasks that are not reciprocal of the energy that they're putting out. So check out optimability.com for more information on the service.